Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Kilig Cafe. My name is Tara Frejas and I am your host for this afternoon's Tres Launches, a back-to-back launch of romance class books by Angel C. Aquino, Ines Bautista-Yao, and Mina V. Esguerra. So, hindi ko na patatagalin. Tawagin ko na sila para para makita niyo na sila. Okay, so we have Angel C. Aquino this afternoon who wrote Feels Like Home. Hi, Angel. Welcome to the
Hello,
team.
welcome
We also have,
everyone.
yes, we also have Ines Bautista-Yao who wrote My Quarantine Diary.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Ines.
Tara. Hi, Angel.
Yes,
Hi,
and
everyone.
we have Mina V. Esguerra who wrote the Scambitious series. Hello, good afternoon, ladies.
Hi.
Yan.
Hi
So,
everyone.
this is the first like book launch we have had in a few months. I think the last one was the Alta one. Sobrang medyo matagal yung yung gap kasi maraming nangyari. But
Yes.
anyway, we're here. That's all that matters. And hello to everybody in the chat. Hi, Denise. Hello, welcome to the stream. And also, hi, Kat.
Hi.
Hello, hello. Yeah, thank
Hello,
you for joining
classmates.
us. Hello, classmates.
Hello.
Hey
And
friends!
mag-hello kayo kung nandyan kayo. Meron pa ako nakikitang other people over there lurking, I guess. But say hello. It's okay, we don't bite. Ayan. So let's start this launch by asking our authors about their books. What's the book about and whatever you want to share about the books. Let's start with Angel.
Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Angel C. Aquino, and this is my book, Feels Like Home. Yay. So, Feels Like Home is part of the Flickr series of Romance Class. So, it's a young adult novel about 18-year-old Clara who lives in Pampanga and moves to Manila for college. And of course, falls in love along the way as she pursues her dream of becoming a reporter. So, yeah, more on this later.
Thank you, Angel. How about you, Ines?
I just want to say, very reporter like Angel. More on this later.
True.
Hi,
Yes.
hi everyone. I'm Ines Bautista-Yao. There's my book. It's not in print yet, but I just got the news that we will have it on Feels Fest. So I'm so excited. October Feels Fest. It's called My Quarantine Diary, and it's, as the name says, it's about uh, my MC's time in quarantine, and then I even dated it so you can see that it happens as the lockdown begins. So that's March 2020. And it's about Yana. She's in college and her life falls apart. Like all our lives fell apart when the lockdown hit. But her life did just fall apart. She also found love. So, as Angel said, more on that later.
Thank you, Ines. Now we go to Mina.
Hi everyone! So this is not a new book, but this is my Scambitious series. So I'm launching it because I finally got off my butt and put this together into a print edition for the first time this year. I So this is four short stories. It's a fun thing that I did in between 2013 and 2015, and it's scammers and con artists, and it was a lot of fun to write, a lot of fun to revisit, especially because my scammers scam only terrible people. So it felt it felt good back then to write about like terrible people getting what they deserve, and it felt good to work on this print edition also this year because it felt like I couldn't believe that I wrote this then, and I'm glad that I'm releasing a version of this now. So I have, and that's what we're releasing today, celebrating that it's finally out there. And actually, interestingly, the last story is about an election. So I don't know if you feel if you feel that you want like a bit of what it should have been. I suggest that you check this out. Yon.
Thanks, Mina. That's a lot. Yeah, medyo tama din na na this year mo nilabas yung yung
Parang
series na
na-sense
Scambitious.
Yes.
ko na, na-sense ko na it's time. It's time.
Yeah. Just want to say hello to Ansela in the chat. Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hi.
Yan. Nga pala, additionally, this afternoon, our authors are here. They're going to try to paint something while we're doing this
Try
interview.
is the
Yes, try.
important
Oh,
word
di ba
there.
sinabi ko
The
naman, hindi
keyword.
naman, it's not a contest. Ganun. They're just gonna try making art in another way. Di ba? Kasi syempre alam naman natin na magaling na kayong sumulat. Tingnan natin if
Yes.
you can also excel in another art form. Yes.
Oh no.
Ay, hi Jella. Hello. Ano to?
Hello.
Ay, ano ba to? Typo. Sorry. Hello, Jella. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yan. So, our authors have like different kinds of canvases. I think Ines has like watercolor and paper, and then Mina has like a canvas, and Angel has a ceramic
Yeah.
jar.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
wow.
This is a
Cool.
paint by number spot by Crash Planting on You.
yon.
Shout out.
May crash planting on you.
Yes.
So mamaya, habang nag-i-interview tayo, they will be painting their things, whatever they have. And then when we're done with the entire live stream, they'll be showing us their finished, or kahit hindi pa finished, it's fine. They can show us what they've done and we'll see. Walang judging ha, walang judging na mangyayari. We're just gonna admire.
Okay lang.
So nervous
Okay
about
lang.
that.
So that's fine.
Sige.
Yeah, okay.
Can do this. Let's do this.
Okay. So now we're going to move
Start
to
na
the
ba?
next-
Start na?
Yeah,
Hindi
you
pa?
can
Start
start
na ba?
na. You can start
can
na.
Okay.
You can start na. I-set up ko lang ang ating interview graphics. Yes.
Yeah.
Set up ko lang ating interview thing. Yan. Okay. So dahil we're doing art today, we're also going to, yung ating interview segment ay may kinalaman sa colors. Yan. So, our authors are going to be picking a color from a set of colors in the next slide, and then the colors correspond to questions that they will be answering. O nga pala, sa mga tao in the stream who are not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so right now. And also, please like the stream right now. Yan. So, para meron tayong konting engagement apart from the chat. Ayan. Okay, so let's start the interview with pick a color. So we have blue, orange, green, yellow, violet, red, pink, and gray. So si Angel ang una kong tatanungin. Feeling ko alam ko yung color na sasabihin niya. Feeling ko alam ko anong color yung pipiliin niya. Sige. Let's start with Angel.
Siyempre, violet.
Yon, sabi ko na eh.
Yes. I also
Ayan.
guessed that.
So this is the question for all three authors, but we'll start with Angel. So what or who inspired you to write your book, Feels Like Home?
Okay. Yeah, well, obviously it's romance class who first inspired me to write it, because I actually wrote this book as part of the romance class YA workshop way back in 2017. And then at the time, so the requirement was for us to have a Filipino thing in our books. And I thought of incorporating Pampanga, because my mom and my husband are from there, and it's a province I visit quite often. So the book is about family, and it was, inspired by my Kapampangan relatives. And since Clara is in college, I was also inspired by my experiences in college, particularly during UAAP season, which I really enjoyed back then. So Mickey, the love interest, is a basketball player. So those are some of my inspirations for the novel.
Is it my
Nakamute
turn?
pala lola mo. Rookie
Kaya
mistake.
pala.
It's
Okay,
okay, Tara.
it's been a while. So
Uh-uh.
Ines, the question
Di
is,
naman
what or who
rookie.
inspired you to write this book? Your book, My Quarantine Diary.
Something called COVID-19. um, it was uh yeah, it was really what happened during the lockdown, like the little things. I was reading it again because um my memory isn't what it used to be. And so I was reading it again, and then the little things that happened that time I included in the book, like uh when somebody buys too much, um what do you call it, too much vegetables, and then they're worried na it's gonna get spoiled, so that they share it. And who needs extra vegetables because I ordered too many. And then when somebody has to go out, who's like, who acts as tribute na lang for the family kasi wala ng groceries. And then parang also, like, when we couldn't send things that wasn't food via Grab or Lala Move, and they'd really ask, Ma'am, ano ipapadala? And then you're like, oh, and then parang you smuggle na lang the whatever thing inside the food. Basta all these little things. So I think it was really, um I don't know if inspired is the word, but it yeah, I guess it inspired me, the whole situation. I wanted to find something positive in the situation, something happy, and also I wanted to write. The first time I sat down to write, all these words came out that I didn't even like, and I was like, "Ang pangit nito," and so I erased everything and then I wrote it again. But I felt like, when you haven't turned on the water in so long, and then you turn it on, it's all black or brown water that comes out. Parang I was able to get that out, and finally the clean water came out. So that's actually how it started. Yeah, medyo stressful yung start.
Thanks, Ines. I like that analogy about the water.
The water, yeah, you
I
just have
think
to
Oo,
let
I
it
can
out,
I can
diba?
relate.
I think a lot
Oo.
of us
Agree,
feel that
agree.
way, no? I mean,
Yeah,
I think we went through a lot of us went through that, like right about
exactly.
now, for whatever, for various reasons. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Ansela said in the chat, I had no idea Grab had a ban on non-food deliveries. I
Yeah,
vaguely
back then.
remember, parang
Mm.
may something. Kasi you have to
Oo, meron.
declare what it
Yes. And then
was.
they'll say, hindi pwede, food lang pwede. So
Hinaharang sila sa mga checkpoint,
we
'di
had
ba?
to
Parang
Kasi
smuggle.
kasi essentials lang dapat.
yes,
Yeah.
yun, tama.
I
Yes,
actually
that's
only
right.
remember that when reading your book, Ines. Parang I had forgotten. Parang I had
Parang
forgotten that we
she
went
not out
through
mo na
that
sa brain.
Yeah.
stage. So I wanted to say na parang thanks for documenting that
Yeah.
in a very specific way. Na oo nga,
Thank
this
you.
happened. Oh my God.
I know, I know. Even I forgot. And then when I read it again, I was like, yeah, that's right. And parang when I was reading it again, I was like, wow, I can't believe that we went through that. So parang, I mean, compared to how we are now, how different
Yeah,
lang it is. Anyway,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, now Mina's turn. What or
Uh,
who inspired you to write Scambitious?
so Scambitious is a bit different from what I write because and also I wrote it at a different time. So that was what, several administrations ago. Ganon. And then so I think yung interesting lang to note when I was reading it again to prepare it for publishing now is parang wait, I think our villains are the same. We
Oh
just
gosh.
it's it they persist. I mean, they are villains pa rin. But the inspiration really is I actually like reading mysteries and watching con artist and scam movies. So stuff like Ocean's 11, like I love that. Sherlock, reading Sherlock. So my main inspiration for this at the time that I was writing it was reading Sherlock and Arsène Lupin, yung parang con artist version, thief version of that kind of story from the thief's point of view, parang ganon. And because I'm a romance writer, there is a romance, and that was like what the connecting factor in it's 4 stories. I wrote it lang in between books or just when I had feelings about terrible people, and I ended up finishing an arc with 4 stories with various crimes and various cons and a happy ending for the romance. So nakakatuwa lang, and yun nga, I've never released it in print. So finally I got on that this year. And that was what inspired me. Terrible people. Yan.
Wait, what can I say? I super, super love that series. I told you, I messaged you. I
Ay, thank
love
you nga.
this
Oo.
ambitious series. And so I'm
Thank you,
so glad
Ines.
now it's on print and I'm gonna get it for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mina. Okay, so this time we'll have Ines pick a color naman.
Okay. I'm very predictable. What's my color? Pink.
Woohoo!
Okay, so pink is not a question. It's actually a small challenge. So you have to
Oh,
draw something
okay.
that represents romance class in your artwork. So whatever you think
Okay.
that
Oh.
represents romance class in your thing, just put it there, and you can show us later on when when we're done.
Okay.
Oh,
Sige,
okay.
sige.
Okay, next si Mina. Mina, pick a color.
Orange, please.
Orange. Okay. So this is another parang small task. Ask your fellow authors a question about their book. So Mina, if you have any question to Angel or
Each.
Ines.
Okay.
Pwedeng one question for both or one question each.
Sige. For Angel, um, did you draw on a particular college romance memory or
Ooh, I like that.
or
Kinilig!
lagot tayo dyan. It doesn't have to be yours, di ba? Like,
Yeah.
did you
Baduy.
draw on any particular college romance
Ines, oh,
memory
grabe.
I want
in
it to be
writing the
hers.
book?
Nah, just
Ayun.
kidding.
Well, sadly, I did not have a romance back in college.
Aw.
But
Aww.
this is super gonna date me, but I've told you guys this. But when I was in college, Doug Kramer and Jessica Kramer were also in college. And
Hindi
I
pa
would
hindi pa
remember.
yan dated enough. Joke.
I know. Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan.
And then kasi now, di ba, anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I would see them around on campus, and I remember finding them so cute because they were so sweet. Like, so Dog was a basketball
Aw.
player, and then Cheska was like a lot smaller than he was, but like
Yeah.
you could tell that
So
you really
tiny.
liked her and all. And then now they're happily married with 3 kids, and like you see them all over, right? So I think that was the inspiration or the image that came to my mind. And then of course all the experiences in college with us. I mean, I wasn't a reporter like Clara was, but like I would go to the games and like really support the team, and it was just so much fun. And like the year that we won our school won the championship. The basketball players would be walking around campus, and I had maybe that was I had a moment with with my crush at that time who was
Ooh,
Enrique
moment.
Villanueva. So
Oh my God, a moment!
So we had our photo ops with all the players, so which was so much fun. So and now the UAP, it kind of stopped for a while, but now it's like coming back,
Back
or
na,
it's back
yeah.
actually
Back.
again live. So I feel like that's one of those classic experiences that will never go away, no matter what age you are, because the Philippines loves basketball, right? And
True,
especially
true.
college basketball is like, it's really fun, especially when you're a student.
Yeah.
So there.
Thank
Ako
you,
nasa stress
Angel.
ako. College basketball. Get so stressed.
Well, yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah, it's
Nung time ko talo kami lagi, sorry. So
correct.
wala.
Tayo.
Tayo
Mina.
yan. Wala. I have no
Talo.
feelings about college basketball. basketball.
Oh, but I teach there now, so I feel na the
The
I feel
stress.
the yes, and when they get so excited, the students
The
about the
energy.
games and stuff, parang yes. And my family is so into. I have many cousins kasi who are athletes also, so
Oh, okay.
we really would what you call it, sobrang support, all out. We had shirts printed pa and
Nice.
anyway, sorry. Sorry, taking away from the from the question.
It's okay. Mina, do you have a question for Ines, or should we move on to the next?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, sige.
She knows everything na
Okay.
kasi.
Okay, so Angel, it's your turn again to pick a color.
All right. Sige, let's go with blue.
Blue. Okay, blue is what is your favorite thing about your MC and LI? So, ikaw
Oh.
muna sumagot and then we'll ask the other authors later.
Okay, sige. So, well, my favorite thing about my MC Clara is that she's really driven and courageous, especially as she pursues her dream of becoming a reporter. So, I mean, I guess unlike me when I was that age, she's not afraid to really put herself out there and work hard to achieve her dream. So, of course, things don't always go as planned, but she always manages to stand up and keep going. And then, as for my love interest, Mickey, I like how spontaneous and fun he is, and how
Mm.
expressive he is about his feelings. So he's also driven and hardworking as a basketball player, but I guess in a way that's more flexible and go with the flow as compared to my MC Clara. So that's why they complement each other a lot. I feel so. Yeah.
Is it my
Thanks.
turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I'm
Thanks,
so
Angel.
focused on my I'm so focused on
Oh,
okay.
it's Ines naman. What's your favorite thing about your MC and your LI?
What I love about my MC is that she expresses, I guess, the frustration that we all felt or feel during the pandemic. She says it that she's pissed. She thinks the world's gonna end. All of it. It comes out, and it's. Um, I feel that because it's her diary, she doesn't hold back. But on the positive side, I mean, no, that's not naman negative. But what I also like about her is how much she cares about her dad. Her mom kasi left them to sing and dance in the Disneyland parades, and which is so real because we have so many Pinoys in the Disneyland parades, and so she's alone with her dad. It's just the two of them, and she really takes care of him. Uh, I made her dad my age. Oh, see, I'm really so Angel dating yourself. Ito, inamin ko na. I made her dad my age because parang I really felt that I could, like a friend who just read the book said, I really appreciated the love story, but I also appreciated the story between the parents. And I said, yeah, because parang I could see that I really liked working on the dynamic also of the parents and then of her. But I really like that family connection. And then what I love about Enzo, my love interest, is how he parang he's so intimidated by her in the beginning, but he cares about her so much. So he really makes the effort. He's so sweet. I think all my allies are sweet. But yeah, that's I love sweet boys. And he's nerdy,
Who
so
doesn't?
cute. I know, nerdy, cute, sweet. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Ines. About you, Mina. What's your favorite thing about your MC and your LI?
My favorite thing about both my characters. So I have a main character who's uh the the girl. I've named her Jane, but she has different names throughout the different stories. So, my favorite thing about her is, she's probably one of my favorite characters that I've written. She's not sweet. She doesn't, but she pretends to be, but she'll be anything, that she needs to be. She's very driven. She's parang very calculating. Ang sarap lang to escape into that character when I was writing this thing. And then the LI, uh, yung LI, Gabriel, yung name niya, he's like a just a compliment to her, and also exactly the same. He is exactly the same as her, and that's a thing that I like. And I rarely get to write because I mean, there's no situation in most of the contemporary romances that I write where I get to write characters like that. So I really enjoyed it, writing something like this na outside of the parang romance class things that I write, but still a romance. So I got to push it a little bit. Na they're just different, but still a romance.
Alright, thank you, Mina. So, mag-hello pala ako kasi dumating si Agay. So,
Hi,
hi,
Ah,
Agay.
Agay.
Welcome to the
hello,
stream. Thank you for
Aga.
joining. So, nag-leave siya ng question. We'll ask that later. Um, after the entire Q&A that we have preset for the authors. Before anything else, I would like to announce that we have our first in-person romance class Fields Fest 2022
Oh my
since 2 years
God.
ago. So, oh
Yay!
my God,
You
magkikita-kita na ulit
deserved it.
tayo on October 22. That's
If
1
you
to
want
6 p.m.
to, hindi naman pilitan.
Yes.
May
Kung gusto niyo lang
pandemic pa
pumunta,
rin. Oh.
yes. Gusto niyo
Yes, may
pumunta,
pandemic pa rin. We'll just be
please
all
do so.
masked.
It's at Ayala Malls, the 30th, sa may Meralco Avenue, I think. Is that correct? Meralco Avenue. Basta sa may Pasig.
Yes, yes. Oo.
So, yun. So, dun
Ortigas.
siya. Ortigas area. Tawag dito, you can, meron tayong konting dress code. Meron tayong
Yeah.
very slight dress code na come as your favorite fictional love interest or like a representation of the love interest that you like. Or parang alam mo yun, your ideal type, ganyan. Hindi siya required, but it will be fun if you do come dressed like that. And if hindi kayo makakapunta for some reason, if your team bahay, we are streaming all the stage events at kilig.com/Twitch. That's our Twitch channel. Please do subscribe to our Twitch channel for access to all of our uh, previous webcasts, previous streams. So, yon, kita-kita tayo sa in 2 weeks. Yan. And also,
Yay!
one of the things that will be happening during Fields Fest is the Kilig anthology launch. So this is
Yay!
the much-awaited romance class and comiquette collaboration. So there's 14 stories by 22 creators. So that's authors and artists that have collaborated for this comics anthology, and it's 272 pages of Kilig. So
Yay! Can't
if,
wait.
yes, so if you come to Phil's Fest 2022, you'll be able to buy your own copy, and also perhaps I guess a lot of the creators will be there.
Ah,
They can sign your
time.
comics. So yun, that's fun. Yun. Okay. Next. Sino next
Wait,
natin?
wait, I have a question.
Ay,
Where
sorry.
is it going to
Yes,
be
yes.
in 30th? Where
Second
in
floor, activity center.
The second floor, oh, tama, the activity center. Yung,
Great.
is, tama ba, Mina? Is it the same floor where we had the book thing before?
Yeah,
Or,
they hold parang book events there. I think there's like a playhouse there right now. Na para it's an activity center, so it's where it's like an open area. And yeah, so
Is
it's
it
that place.
outdoor? Is it the
no,
outdoor?
sa
No.
loob.
No, it's
Near
indoor.
near the theater?
Yes.
It's you have to
Nasa,
go up pa. Yung
nasa
Yeah.
third
theater
floor
is
yata
one
yung
floor up.
theater.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Sino next natin? I
Me.
think, Ines. Okay, sige,
Angel.
pick a color.
Me ba? Ikaw yun. Yellow, please.
Yellow. Ayan, okay. So, how easy or how difficult was it to, oh, sorry, nagkamali ako ng pindot. So, the question was, how easy or difficult was it to finish your book?
Oh my God!
So, yes, Ines. You
Wow.
first.
Okay. It was very, very difficult. to finish? First of all, because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, it was so hard for me to think, let alone write. So, and at the same time, I was really working super hard to learn how to teach online. I had to learn all these things. I really felt like my learning curve was like really shooting up. It was insane. Um, but and so it took me 2 years maybe to finish it. I'm only releasing it now. I started writing it in 2020. Um, and it's not even a long book. So parang it was really a struggle. But I think it was a struggle because of the situation. And what I like about it is I'm writing about that same situation. So parang I feel like I conquered it despite the difficulty.
Okay. Thanks, Ines. So we'll go to Mina. Mina, how easy or difficult was it to finish this book?
So the individual stories, I guess, when I looked at them again and reread them to release them this year, parang kasi there's a level of detail and research na natawa ako na parang oh, parang nagawa ko yun. May energy tayo. Pero but the trick there, kasi it was very short, so I actually conceptualized each story as a short story. So it was easy. It was easy to write individual stuff. It was fun doing the research. So the research, for example, was like the first story is like a jewelry scam, tapos real estate scam, tapos museum scam, and then finally election scam. Yes, and then
Yes. Nice.
Don't we know it?
masaya. Hindi, masaya siya. Masaya siya at the time. Syempre, this is like 2013, 2015. I was talking to really interesting people, asking them like opinions on things, and also parang, how is this done? And then just thinking of course, at some point, fiction takes over, diba? Like, I didn't really learn how to how to scam people.
It's the next
That's
question eh.
that, that's what people who know how to scam say. Charot.
Yeah,
Oh,
ganun.
yes,
Masaya,
you're
basta
right,
masaya
Sarah.
siya. Masaya siya. And then but the format kasi was short story. So I was able to finish those. What took really long was parang thinking of releasing a print edition. So I had to, of course, wait until then all the four stories were finished. And then when the four stories were finished, I guess that's how we feel about our books. Like, I think everyone on this screen and will know this. The pag tapos na, like, move on na. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
ayoko na siyang isipin. So I actually sent it to another editor. And then when she sent it back, I didn't touch it for 2 or 3 years. As in, like, I didn't
I know.
look at it. And then it was really this year, like, thinking about what to release, thinking about the what, like, I didn't have the energy to write a new book. I had parang, like, autopilot energy to do the mechanical things like proofreading or whatever, or layout, but I couldn't really, like, release a new thing. So I put my spare time and energy into this. So it's like, so two answers, para mabilis lang yung writing, and then the getting up and putting this together as a print edition took siguro more than 5 years.
Wow.
Wow.
But hooray for
Wow.
us. Hooray for us that finally
Pero 'di ba
may
parang
print
for it to
edition
be
na.
still super relevant, this
Parang
Yes.
malungkot, di ba? I
Pero
mean, it's
parang,
relevant.
oo, I was gonna say, parang hindi pa
Parang
tayo
yehey, but yuck.
move on, or yeah,
true
not move on. Hindi pa tayo improve.
in progress. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
frustrating.
Okay,
But
thanks, Mina. So
anyway.
Angel, what's your answer to the question? Wait, what's ayan, how easy
It's
or difficult was
also,
it?
Yeah, Ines knows this.
we all
But yeah, for
struggle.
me, it was very, very difficult as well. especially compared to the first book, because I think so. As I mentioned earlier, I wrote this as part of the romance class YA workshop, which Ines was a mentor for, and I really wanted it
Yee.
to be part of the Flickr series, but it didn't make the cut that first round, diba? So of course that was hard. But I knew, thanks to Ines and Agai's really great feedback, I knew what I had to work on. So yeah, so it was, I had to revise and revise, and I think I really had to do multiple revisions over the past 5 years and really dig deep to get to know my characters to improve the story. And then in 2020 January, so I submitted it again, and it was finally accepted. So I thought, wow, okay na, yes. And then the pandemic hit. And then when Chris, my editor, sent it back, there were still a lot of revisions to be made. So again, revise, revise, revise. So yeah, it was a struggle. But I think it was all worth it. And I'm really grateful to all the people who helped me, of course, including all of you guys here, Ines, Mina, Clara, who
Yay!
was part of the cover sheet.
Yay.
And yeah, and the whole
Yay!
community. So I wrote a whole thing about this in the acknowledgement section of the
Oo,
book.
short
So
story. May short story
short
sa likod.
story.
Oo.
Yes.
But yeah. So it was hard, but it was worth it.
Thank you. Thank you, Angel. Okay, so next question. I think it's Mina. Mina's turn to choose the color.
Red, please.
Red. Okay, so do you have a favorite scene in the book? What is it and why is it your favorite? Like, napaisip.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Sino muna?
Ano muna? Pass muna, Mina.
Ay, sige, kung ako, I
Oo.
actually, so medyo cheating. The entire last book is my favorite because it's like an epilogue kasi. So that was the entire last story in Scambitious. It's my favorite because I did something. Ako natutuwa ako. I mean, it's one of those things na I find really difficult to do, but I did it anyway. Is every chapter is told from a POV of the mark or yung
Victim.
the victim, yun, yung the mark. So you don't actually hear or see the POV of the main characters until the very end. Kasi every chapter of the last story is told first from yun, the people that they've been scamming. And of course, kasi ganun yung style na Arsène Lupin, the French thief series that I was inspired by. You don't actually get the POV of Arsène Lupin, the thief. It's all the investigation, people saying this is I talked to somebody, this is and then there's a character in the scene na if you're paying attention, siya yun. So, siya yung thief disguised as somebody or he introduces himself as somebody else and then later marirealize mo na siya pala yun. So, I tried to do a story in inspired by that. So, when I read it again, parang natawa ako sa sarili ko na, wow, ambitious tayo. And then, but as I read it and then in proofreading, I read it and I got to the end and I realized that I actually finished writing this story with that challenge for myself. So I was proud of myself. So that entire story is a favorite.
Yay.
Okay. Angel, do you have a favorite scene in your book? And what is it and why is it your favorite?
Yes. So actually, I was thinking about this question, and I have two favorite scenes in the book. So the first one is when Clara and her friends, including Mickey, get lost. They go to Quiapo for a group project, and then when she gets there, she gets lost somehow. and it's one of her lowest moments since she started college, but I like it because it's the moment when she also starts seeing Mickey in a different light. And then the
Yee.
other favorite scene,
Yee.
yes,
Yeah.
Yee.
I remember that
and then,
scene.
yeah, and I
And
feel
it's
like
not far-fetched. I mean,
Oh,
it
yes.
I mean, it's
can
yes,
Quiapo.
happen. Oo.
So easy
Pwede
to get
talaga
lost.
siyang, pwede siyang mangyari.
totoo. So the other favorite scene naman is when Clara brings Mickey and Chinny to her hometown, to Pampanga and
Yeah.
to her resort. So they're also working on a project, but at the time, so she gives them a tour of the resort, and she feeds them Kapampangan food, and then she takes them hiking up Mount Pinatubo. So I loved like how she was able to showcase how the that chapter was kind of able to showcase Pampanga. So, yeah.
Yay. Tourism, char.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
More
Lindian.
fun.
Yes.
Tourism with
Uh-huh.
Lindian. Love it.
The best
Okay, Ines,
kind. The
go.
best
Yes.
kind of tourism.
Ines, what's your
Okay.
answer?
My
Favorite scene?
my favorite. Parang hard. Mahirap kasi the scenes are all at home.
Yeah,
Kasi
ano
lockdown,
lang.
dada. Wala
Lockdown yan.
akong tourism scene, no. But my favorite was is I'm torn between I'm torn between the scene where she finds out, parang spoiler, but anyway, she finds out her mom's coming home, and she really resents her mom for leaving her for Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, ironically. And she's so torn, and of course the one she turns to is Enzo. So it's really, that's when you find out that how important he is to you, and how you can, or to her, syempre naging personal to you. How important he was to her, and parang how, I mean, like in a relationship, that's when you realize na, oh, I can actually be myself with this guy, or I can actually um confide my most painful experiences with this guy, and he's not judging, and he's actually open, and he's listening, and he's here for me. And that's really when, that's when you fall, or when you realize na this is it. So that's one favorite. Of course, my other favorite is finally in the end, read the book na lang.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Ines.
Thank you.
Okay. I think it's Angel's. Ay, tama ba? Angel, ikaw ulit.
Okay. Sige, let's go with
Dalawa
gray.
na lang siya. Okay, so green.
Gray
Green.
ba or
Great.
green?
Di
Green.
bale,
Green.
gray na lang.
Oh my God, sorry. Mali yung rinig ko. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm
Okay
so
na
sorry.
rin.
Anyway,
Okay lang, green na lang.
okay, so the question is, did you end up discovering or learning something new while writing the book?
Uh, yeah, a lot for sure. Um, in the years that I was working on it, definitely I learned a lot. But I think the most important thing is about like really getting to know your characters. And like, kasi diba, I think as authors, we all know when you first write a book, diba, you come up with this character profile and all of that. But then I learned that the more you write, the more you get to know your characters better, and then the more you see changes in them. And so I guess the writing and the getting to know them goes hand in hand. And like sometimes like they grow and change even without your even if it wasn't your
Consent.
intention, yeah,
Without your
for them to
consent,
change
how
in
dare
that
you?
way. But yeah, but like you just have to let them, right? And in the end it becomes for the better. So yeah.
Okay, thanks, Angel. Ines, what's your answer for this question? Did you learn something new while
Um,
writing the book?
yes, for me, I learned. I was gonna say something bad about the administration. That's no,
I mean,
because nag-research talaga ako, because the dates, I had to make sure that the dates were correct. Like what happened on March 20, what happened on April 2, what happened on April 4. And I went back to, the late night announcements, all of those things. But besides that, I really learned because at that point in my life, I had stopped writing um, to finish my master's. And prior to that, I was writing a book, at least one a year. I mean, Mina knows she was also so prolific. But there was a time na parang we just kept coming out with books and books and books, and then
Yeah.
Yes,
stop,
of
diba?
course.
So and then it just stopped. So parang,
Yes.
at least for me, I mean, yeah, but parang for me, it just
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah.
We all
This
felt
was
it, as in.
Yeah, but this one, I stopped before you guys kasi I decided to finish my master's muna. But it was so weird because it was like, I mean, I knew it. I knew I made that decision. I owned it. And, I was at peace with it. But at the same time, there was something missing because I was so used to writing something, diba? I'm sure you all know what this feels like. And so it was like, um, my master's was finally done and I could finally write again. And then it was pandemic. So it was so hard. So again, the gripo with the dirty water, the murky water was coming out. And it wasn't even, I really remember that day when I stopped and I said, I'm going to write because this is really not working. Parang my mind was really not, and my mental state was not where I wanted it to be. And so I said, um, I'm gonna write. I don't know what I'm gonna write, but I'm gonna write. And so I sat down, I opened my computer, and instead of I was supposed to make like a, a test or something. I didn't. I just started writing, and then the words na nga of Yana came out. It was really, really bad, and it was really hard. It was so hard. Parang every single word I felt was garbage. And parang, my God, I suck so bad. That's really how I felt. It was sobrang wow. And then I stopped, and it was kind of traumatic. Then I read it again and I was like, this is so bad. But I think after I got it out, like the next day or a few days later, I read it again. I said, this sucks, but it's okay. I'm objective now. I erased everything and I started writing again. And then tuloy-tuloy na. I mean, for that moment. Of course, it took 2 years. But you know what I mean? So I really learned that um, one, it's really inside, I think, all of us, the desire to create, the desire to be creative and to express ourselves and whatever it is we want to say. And sometimes it gets blocked like that with the murky water, but we just have to open the gripo, let the dirty water out. And then the clean water is gonna flow. But I just have to believe it really and just do it. That's what I learned about myself. Na, it's hard, pero kaya. Kaya naman. You just have to
Yeah.
Aw,
force. Yeah.
A
I
guy was
love that. That's
saying,
gonna be my new mantra.
a
Open
guy
the
was saying
gripo
something.
and let
Open
it
the
out.
gripo!
I love it.
A guy said something in the chat that the pandemic is the
Tama.
writer's contraceptive daw.
Yeah. Oh my
True.
God.
This
What
is
a
very
word, a
true.
guy.
Because we stopped making book babies. So sad.
Oo.
But yeah, yeah.
On
It
another
was
note,
really.
Jella said, tourism with Landian series. Bago ba to?
Boy.
Anthology,
Angel.
Ay,
ayan. Oh.
pwede,
Actually,
Anthology na
pwede.
naman.
meron na
That's
niya.
nice, ah.
We already have like the Prom the Heart.
The
Until
from the
Now.
heart.
That's
Totoo.
Yeah, that
di
was
ba?
the point of
Ah,
that. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Tourism
yes,
with Landian. Dapat may
Oo.
part
yes.
na siguro.
Oo.
Oo nga.
May
International
second book.
edition.
Lagi na lang. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Mina, what's your answer? Did you learn anything new? Well, alam ko marami ka siguro natutunan na
Marami
bago.
ako natutunan. Ganun. um, okay, for this one, no, it was really, again, as I said, I sought out people. I ended up talking to people who worked at museums, people who insure art, people who sell like luxury properties, uh people who make jewelry. I mean, it was so fascinating, but In terms of like writing, I mean, you could learn so many things if you're interested in that. Pero yung, I guess, yung pinaka key thing that I took away from talking to all of these people and then writing something is that you can really create a reality for somebody just by pretending to know what you're talking about. Yon.
Yes, amen.
Yon. I mean, it's that was like the weak spot in every, so spoiler, in your weak spot uh in every like that's the weakness for everything. All of this, yung like selling something expensive, selling yon, yung pwede kang maloko if somebody tells you something and they're absolutely lying but you absolutely cannot tell. Kasi
Yeah.
yon. And yun yung key takeaway ko. Kaya I had so much fun writing that. Kasi it was like somebody asked me na parang, oh, did you learn pa how to do certain things because
How to
of
scam.
what, oo, kasi what your story claims.
How to
Sabi ko,
scam people.
How
oo,
to
ganon.
scam.
Pero if you parang break down what I wrote, it's really just I made a claim that pretended it was fact, and then yun na yun. Parang, and then if people actually believe that it was fact but it's not, that's all you need. You don't need like other fancy like high tech. You don't need to learn the high tech things or the yon. So yun yung natutunan ko. So that was fun.
I have a
Okay, thanks,
question.
Mina.
Yes, yes. What's
Syempre,
your question?
were any of the people you interviewed scammed also?
So they happen to work in museums and insurance. So they don't. It's their job not to be
Yeah,
scam.
yeah.
So they would say stuff like, so it's not like they told me stories of how they had been scammed, but they would tell me stories of madedecline
Other.
madedecline to because it doesn't meet certain ganyan. So parang, oh, that's
Yes, yes.
interesting. Parang ganun.
Oo.
or
Mm.
or we would never insure this because blank. So parang, oh, okay, that's interesting. So you create the scenario tuloy based on what their
Yes.
boundaries are. Parang
Yes,
ganon.
yes.
Yun.
Cool. So
Saya. Talk to people about scams.
I know.
Aha.
No, I mean, it keeps happening. So, parang, no, but it's really exciting. The whole heist ganyan.
Oo.
Thanks, Mina. Okay, so we have the last question for this segment, and it's this. In a movie adaptation, sorry, mali yung screen natin. Ayan, in a movie adaptation
Oh my
or a
God.
series adaptation of your book,
Oh, no.
who would you cast as your MC, your LI, and your side characters if you have any?
Ang
If you have
dami.
Kahit MC and
Oh
LI
my
lang, it's fine.
God.
You don't have to, you don't have to do the entire cast. So let's go. Teka lang, sino ba yung last?
Angel.
I think, yeah. Binolunteer ni ma'am. Binolunteer ni ma'am.
Oo.
Okay lang, may
Wala
answer
pa
na
akong
ako.
sagot.
Sige, sige, Angel. Go, Angel, go.
Yeah, so I would cast Bel Mariano and Donnie Pangilinan as
Ooh.
Clara
Ay,
and Vicky.
ang dali. Oo.
So, oo, di ba?
Ano na
So,
siya agad?
it's funny
May
because-
may audience na agad.
Oo. And di ba parang sobrang sumikat sila agad this year because of their show, yung He's Into Her. But then I only watched it after I released Feels Like Home because I was like, ano ba to? What's all the hype about? And then so I
Yeah.
watched it. And then I was like, oh my God, parang they're so similar actually. Their characters in the show are quite similar to the characters in my book because Donnie was a basketball player in that, and then
Yes.
si Belle, di ba, she's a lot shorter then, and then she's very feisty and and as she, di ba, parang medyo may ganong factor sila. So the chemistry was really nice, and like, yeah, physically parang they fit the part. So guys, if you're looking for your next project, Belle and Donnie, ito na.
I think why not? Why
The movie
not?
that your next
why not?
series.
Your next series from Netflix, ganyan.
Yes.
Oo.
Ines, how about you?
Okay, this is really bad, but I have no idea and I need help.
Kasi they're kids. They're kids.
Yes!
Wow!
They are!
Parang
Baka pwedeng,
shade.
Parang wala akong...
baka may opinion ka na lang about the parents.
Oh, yeah.
The parents. You know what? Skip muna. Mina muna.
Hala.
Mina, ikaw daw muna. Binolunteer ka din ni ma'am.
I
Ay,
passed the
binolunteer
ano.
Feeling ko, medyo actually nahirapan akong isipin yung si Jane because supposedly she can be anybody. So I love,
Really yun.
si Alex Lapa na lang, Chos. The model of the cover. So, ayun, kasi parang she can be plain. Kaya Jane, kasi parang pwedeng plain. Pero, pero pwedeng hindi.
Parang blank canvas ka na.
Oo. So, actually, I kind of, even if I think of parang people who would be interesting, parang how do they look like plain, di ba? Parang, they have to parang disappear. So, pero yung guy, okay lang sa akin kung like Henry Golding, ganon.
Okay lang sa'yo. Parang hindi
Okay
na
lang
masama.
Oo, okay lang sa akin yun. Parang ganon. Oo.
Hindi na masama si Henry Golding. Ganyan.
Oo, okay lang yun sa akin. Yan, something.
Parang napilitan. Kung ganda lang yung maabot natin, it's fine.
Okay.
Ines, break
I
tayo
know
sa'yo.
na. I know na. No, actually, for the girl, I'm really not sure. But like for Enzo, and I don't even know the name of the guy, but have you seen Never Have I Ever?
Oh,
Yes.
In season 4, there's gonna be a new guy who's gonna go on the show, and I just saw it on Mindy Kaling ba siya? Kaling on Mindy's Kaling on her Instagram, and I was like, oh, he's cute. Ayan, pwede yan. So I was like, Enzo can be cute like that guy, and you know he's brown, so he's baka can pass as Pinoy. I'm trying to think for Yana. Parang I can't seem to think of anyone pa. I can get back to me na lang on that.
Get back to you na lang pag mag-pitch na tayo, ganon.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that's the last of the preset questions. And meron tayong mini game na mangyayari. But before that, I need all of the authors to please look at the screen. Kasi have a little surprise for you guys.
We're calling your attention.
Yes, I have a little surprise for you guys to congratulate you for your book launch.
Congratulations, Angel. You did an amazing job writing these characters. I'm really, really happy for you, and I wish you all the best.
Hey Ines, congratulations on your new book. So proud of you. Idol talaga kita palagi. Love you!
Congratulations, Tita Ines. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, Mina. I just wanted to say congratulations on your much-awaited launch of the SCAMBITIOUS series. As you know, I have always been one of your biggest fans, even before I got to know you. Thankfully, I probably stalked you on Twitter, which is how we got to know each other. But yeah, like I said before, one of my low-key favorite flex is that I got to be the cover girl of the SCAMBITIOUS series because it's got everything that I didn't know I was looking for in a chick lit or romance story. It's so fun, it's different, and it reminds me why you're hands down one of my favorite Filipina authors. So yeah, I wish you all the best on this launch.
Yay!
Oh my God!
Oh, that's so sweet!
Surprise!
Thank you.
So nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tara.
You're
Karen
welcome.
and
Actually,
Agay.
si Karin, si Agay, tsaka si Alex, yung video nila was like from July pa. From the original. We set this book launch in July, and then we stopped because a lot of things happened Yung kay Chris
Yeah.
lang yung pinakabago because, Angel's book is fairly new. Yun. So,
Yes.
congratulations.
Yay! Thank
So,
you.
guys, kids don't look like that anymore.
Grabe.
Oo. Kasi, di ba, ilang buwan nang lumipas. So, I'm sure
I
Grabe.
know.
growth lang na sila ngayon. Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you so much.
Si
Yeah.
Aga, nakalimutan ko na kayo.
I'm so happy they were in the video too.
Yeah. Buti na nga lang din nakasagot agad si Chris sa akin. So,
Yay!
Yay! Thanks, Chris.
okay. So,
I'm almost done with my painting.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh my God, I'm not even halfway.
I'm almost
fine.
done.
Okay. So, ayan. We have a mini game. It's called What Do You Mean? And it's inspired by actually this.
Okay, so we have to focus na. Stop painting muna.
Yeah,
Focus
little
muna.
bit.
Stop
Yan. So,
painting.
ito siya. Ito yung inspiration niya. Wait lang. I'm gonna
Oh,
show.
cute.
Yan siya. Ito yung What Do You Meme na card game. So it's basically
Cute.
if you're familiar with Cards Against Humanity, it's
Yes.
almost like that, but there are meme cards that you show to your players, and then the players will pull out the cards in their hand na appropriate dun sa meme na pinapakita nung game master. So, parang ganito yung game natin. So, I'm going to flash a popular meme on screen. So, it's a GIF actually. And then I'm going to give you like mga 10 seconds to describe a situation that fits the meme. So, this situation,
Pressure.
10 seconds. Grabe.
it could be yung situation na to is it could be like a fictional situation na nakita nyo sa libro nyo or sinulat nyo sa libro nyo, or a situation as an author or as a reader, because medyo pinattern ko naman yung kumuha naman ako ng mga memes na medyo appropriate sa ating experience.
Stories.
Experience.
Okay.
Mga madalas ko nakikita sa Twitter when people read romance books and
okay.
or watch something romantic and stuff like that. So as an example, here's a meme. And here's an example response. So when your favorite author hints on writing a new book, so that's the meme. Okay, ready na ba tayo? So
Ready.
parang ideally I would like everybody to have an answer. But if you
Okay.
can't, it's fine. Ano lang siya, chika lang siya. Point.
Meron akong answer for the my best friend just texted me, the dad daw in my book can be Gong Yu.
Oh my God!
Pwede naman.
Oh, pwede.
Pwede naman.
Yes. Oh my
Tapos
God!
ikaw na yung mom.
Ako na yung mom.
Oo, ikaw na.
Sandali ha, iniisip ko yung book mo.
Wait, pwede bang magkaroon ulit ng isa pang quarantine book? Kasama mo yung dad lang.
Spin-off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry,
Wow.
Tara. Sorry. Go ahead.
Binilis ko yung heart dito kay Gong Yu. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, Gong Yu.
Ito na si meme number 1. Ta-da!
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with that meme. It's si kombucha girl. Ano siya, parang I think what happened there was she was drinking kombucha. Tapos parang napangitan siya sa lasa, and then parang parang okay naman. Tapos parang hindi.
And then
parang ganon. Oo.
May answer ako. Yan yung experience ko na parang, yan yung experience ko na tapos na ako, wala akong gagawin na, wala akong i-release this year, but wait. Yun. So, tapos nag-release ako ng libro. Oh. Yun, that's my answer.
Does anybody else have an answer?
Sige ako. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Ines.
sige, ako. I think that's like the reaction of Yana in the beginning na when they're teasing her to Enzo. Or parang, no.
And then, well,
Pinag-isipan niya.
And then, in the beginning, kasi ayaw
In the
muna
beginning.
niya.
Yes.
Yeah. Go, Angel.
Yeah. Well, for me, naisip ko lang like when the story that I'm reading or goes somewhere na like you weren't expecting, or like the ending that isn't good, and like you really liked it at the start and then at the end, no. Sana iba na
It's so
lang. Ganon.
irritating when that
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Yes. I truly can relate.
Yes, ako rin.
Ito na yung meme number 2.
Okay.
Yes. Gong you.
yan yung mom ni Yana sa libro ni Ines.
Correct.
Parang nag-ano siya kasi, when she left, hindi pa siya mukhang Gong Yu. Mukha pa siyang yung pre, yung before. Then she saw him again, parang, ay, okay, babalik na ako.
Oo.
May pagbabalik loob na nangyari.
Oo.
Anyone else?
Yeah, or siguro it's like yung pag yung story na ganun din na like when there's a makeover that happened, like you saw him when he was young or whatever, and then when you saw him again years later, ay, pwede.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guwapo pala.
Okay. Mina, ikaw, you have an answer?
Ay, yun yung answer ko, yung libro ni Ines.
Yun na pala yun. Okay. Sige, next meme. Here it is.
Oh.
Oh. Why is he crying? Kilig na kilig
Okay,
ba?
I have an answer.
Sige,
Oh,
sige.
My reaction after reading my quarantine diary. Kasi parang, Pipen, I want more. When's
So,
part
masaya ka,
two?
tapos naiyak ka. Kasi bitin.
Oo.
Cute. Thanks, Angel.
Okay. Next. Okay. Next meme. Okay. I'm looking forward to your responses.
That's
Oh
me.
my God. Yeah.
In 2022 on Twitter. On a regular day.
On a regular day, nakataas yung kilay.
Oo.
I see it.
Live footage of me on Twitter in 2022. That's my answer.
Okay.
Ako
Anyone
sometimes,
else have an answer?
yeah, sometimes when I'm writing and I read my dialogue aloud, I kind of try to act it out na to see kung
Yeah.
okay siya or whatever. Parang I read it, so parang ganyan. So kung bitchy yung parang okay. Feel ko.
Ay, may comment si Denise. Yun, kanina yung meme sa number 3 was the boy was asked a question and then he giggled out tapos
Nag-shift
biglang nag-shift yung mood. Okay.
Oo nga.
Oh.
The Marites is strong in this daw.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, last one. Our last meme.
Seeing Gong Yu. Ano nga?
Nakita mo yung dad ni Yana.
Yeah.
Ganun. Bumisita ka sa bahay nila. Ay,
Friends of friend friends of
Yeah, her friends will parang, oh, he's so cute.
Ang cute ng dad mo. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tayo mag-hangout ulit. Ganun. Sked na ulit yan. Ganun. Okay. So that was the end of our mini game. And meron pa tayo actually Q&A kasi meron pa tayong questions from Instagram that were
Thank
sent.
you.
Yeah, salamat sa mga nag-send ng questions sa Instagram.
Yes, thank you.
Yay. Thank
Ulitin
you.
ko lang ang ating announcement kanina. We have Fields Fest 2022 happening in 2 weeks. That's on October 22, 2022 at the Ayala Mall sa 30th from 1 to 6 p.m. So, if you want to come, it's a free event. You don't need to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Just show up. Yeah, just show up. Nasa second floor na activity, tama ba? Activity center or activity area.
Yep.
So there's an activity area inside Ayala Mall sa 30th. Sa second floor where andun may setup kami, may magkakaroon kami ng setup doon for Fields Fest 2022. And you can come as your favorite fictional love interest or your ideal type. Or you can also come as you are. That's fine. Hindi naman strictly enforced ang ating dress code. And for those who cannot come for some reason, you can also participate as Team Bahay sa kilig.pub/Twitch. The stream on our Twitch channel is free while live. So if hindi nyo ma-catch yung live stream, you can always access the replays on our channel if you subscribe to I think a tier 1 subscription.
Yeah, that's about 100 pesos a month, 120 pesos a month.
So if you subscribe to our Twitch channel, that's about 100 pesos a month, and you can have access to all our replays. So meron kami iba't iba pang mga content in our Twitch channel that you might want to see. So yun. And then one of the things that's happening during the Fields Fest event is the launch of Kilig, which is the romance class / X Comic Cat anthology. It's a 272-page full-color comic featuring 14 stories by 22 creators. And I think if you've been following us on social media, I think nakita na kayo ng preview and it's super exciting.
Yes.
Super
Yes.
exciting.
Exciting.
So excited.
So if you go to the event, you can get your book there for 1,000 pesos. But you can also I think you can also pre-order it and parang get it delivered to you, no, Mina? Tama ba?
Yeah, I think they're processing deliveries now, like orders. So you can actually get it before the event. And then
Okay.
have it signed at the event. Mm.
Oo, tama. So you can go to bit.ly/Comic Cat bookstore. So you can go there and order your copy of Kilig. It's 1,000 pesos, pero that's just the introductory price. It will be, I don't know how much it will be after the 22nd. So bilhin nyo na. Bilhin nyo na agad.
Yeah.
Now na.
And it comes
Now
in two
na.
colors, so you get to choose.
Ay, oo nga pala. It comes in 2 colors. So this one is blue and then there's a pink one.
Yes.
There's a pink version. So you can buy one or you can buy both.
Oo.
Choice. It's
Uy,
your
both. Oo nga naman.
Ayan. Okay, lastly, we will be having another back-to-back launch next week, October 15. We will be featuring Carla de Guzman's Some Bali to Love, J.E. Trias,
So cute.
J.E. Trias, Love to Meet You, and Kate C. Simafranca's Take 2. So, iba yung time slot natin next week because we have somebody on another time zone joining us.
Tama.
8 p.m. tayo next week. So if you want to join us, please do. Dito rin tayo sa kilig.pub/YouTube. Yay!
Take ako ng photos of my work. Sorry. Anyway.
Yes!
Yes.
I mean, why not?
I'm excited na to show.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Okay, dali na tayo. Mag-Q&A na tayo. So,
Yes.
Yes.
these are the things that these are the questions that we got from Instagram. So, first of all, this is from Listen with Precious on Instagram. Of the books you've written, which one is your favorite? Lagot!
Ang hirap naman yan.
choose from your
Saglit eh.
children. Charot.
I'm just kidding. Oh my
So yun,
God.
anyone
That
can
is
answer.
so
Okay.
hard for
You
Mina
can
to
volunteer.
answer. I'm volunteering Mina.
Ay,
Di pa yung pinolunteer.
syempre, uy, may nilo-launch tayong libro. Maririnig niya. Maririnig yung libro. No, I'm really proud of Scambitious.
Yeah. But you mentioned that naman kanina, di ba? Na
Oo,
parang
totoo
it was
naman.
super fun
But
to write.
I guess yun, I mean, of the books I've written, I tend to be proud of the ones that are long and yung natapos ko talaga. So something like Interim Goddess na planned as a trilogy. Tapos natapos ko nga siya yun. Proud of that one. Proud of Scambitious in the same way, but it is a shorter work. So, yun. Proud of those two in the same way.
Okay, anyone else does anyone else have an answer?
So hard.
Well, ako, I only have 2 books so far naman. So, I
Hala,
really can't.
pili ng isa.
Oh no!
Wala.
Oh,
Pili ka na
Go,
choose out
go.
of the two.
I love them both.
We won't tell.
Yeah. Visual, I love them both.
Yes.
But, syempre, this year, it feels like home.
This year. Oh, tama yung sagot. This
Oo.
year, this is my favorite.
Yes.
Ines, ikaw.
Go, Ines.
God. Okay. I really love Swept Off My Feet. It's, I think because it was easy to write, but hard to write, but easy to write. I don't know if that makes sense. Parang, it was, it wasn't as easy to write as Only a Kiss. That was like, shoom, because it's like what Mina was saying, parang short stories. And that's how I did it. I did each chapter as like a short story. So it was so easy. So finish. And I had a deadline. I had to finish it before I gave birth. And I only had one child, so it was easier. But this one, I don't know, there's something special about it for me. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain what it is. I just really parang I love the L.I. Bass so much, and I love the MC Jerry so much, and parang it's also because it's sporty. She's dancing. She's a ballet dancer, but she's also a basketball player, and this is actually a real person that I patterned it after, my cousin. And then I did so much Aikido watching, just so that I could describe it properly, how they flipped and all of that. And I even took a class after, yung mga ganyan. So, I think
You were so involved kasi, ganon. You
Cool.
were
I
so
know, but parang all my books, I was also so involved. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, who know how bad, no? I named the book.
Oops. Don't tell the others.
Oops. Yeah, don't tell Quarantine Diary.
Okay, next. Okay, this is another question from Listen with Precious. What are your comfort reads? Comfort reads. Like your go-to, I guess something that you reread or something. I'm sure hindi genre to kasi malamang romance ang madalas natin binabasa. But like, what
Ako,
are your...
madali yan. Sweet Dreams.
Wow.
Ooh.
Sweet Dreams, which is our YA when we were teenagers. Mina.
Oh,
Parang I'm not
maybe.
gonna Angel or Tara, but
Oo.
that was our YA back then, and it really brings me so much comfort to read the good ones again. Parang memorize ko na yung iba eh. Like when I read it, I know exactly what they're gonna say, what they're gonna, yeah. So comfort reads talaga for me.
Angel or Mina, do you have an answer for this?
Of course, romance class books.
Yes.
Love your
Yes.
Yes. But aside from that, I guess Harry Potter would be it for me. Like I think I've reread all seven books like at least three times already, and yeah, it's just nice to go back to it when you want to escape this a fantasy world.
Yeah.
Ako I don't reread a lot. So, I actually as you were talking parang, and I was thinking about what I reread, I miss rereading actually. Before, remember when we were younger and didn't control our book budgets and we only had
Mm-mm.
uh,
Yeah.
a certain number of books at home. That's when I
Yeah.
would like the peak of my rereading. Kasi yeah, and I would reread Sweet Dreams, but I don't have them with me right now. So I don't but that's what I used to reread nga. Ngayon, actually when I reread anything, it's high heat erotic romance. So uh yeah, it's like if I have to reread anything kasi feeling ko parang it has to be like a slump buster. Parang ganon. Yung
Yes, yes.
something na parang hindi ko namalayan. It's quick, tapos na, and then usually walang slow burn na short story. So everything is, if it's a romance and it's short, it tends to be high heat. So I have a couple of like books by Katrina Jackson, books by and yung erotic romance na pen name niya. And yun, so stuff like that, that's usually parang reset. Like when I feel like parang like what do I reread, and then I don't have those short books around me. I tend to read something from the Kindle na short and they tend to be high
Mm-mm.
heat.
Okay, thank you, Mina. Okay, so we have a question for Angel from the noob wife on Instagram. Hello, Kat.
Hey,
Hello,
Kat.
Kat.
Was there anything in the story that really felt too close to home? And if yes, was it easier or more difficult to write?
Um, well, I guess I could say like Clara's interaction with her relatives. Cause I did like base some of those. I mean, like like as Pinoys, diba, we have really big. Like my family, my mom's side of the family, at least, it's a really big family and very loud, very noisy, but also very fun. And but when I was a teen, sometimes it could feel overwhelming. And when people like always say something about your appearance, your weight, your activities, and like I think that's something I could relate with my MC with Clara, that sometimes you just want to escape and like get away from it all. So in that sense, it was easy to write because I was drawing from my own experience. But at the same time, like now looking back on that, it's like I also realized how important that was, like that having that family and that big, like all these relatives who are, parang, yes, they could be annoying at times, but at the end of the day, it's like they're your family and like they support me, and like everything that I've done, they're always there for me. So yeah, so that's I think that's what felt close to home for me, like the family aspect of the story.
Thanks, Angel. Okay, another question from the noob wife on Instagram, but this time it's for Ines. Do you think dating or falling in love or meeting someone is easier or harder during the pandemic?
Naku.
Uh,
If it was based on me lang, I would say I think it's harder. But um based on my students, parang so many of them, not like my students, my relatives also, but so many of them found significant others during the pandemic. So parang it's easier, or maybe not easier, but it can be done. So
It's possible.
yeah, it's possible pala. And even if it's like online lang yung interaction nyo, it actually can be meaningful pa rin. And it can lead to falling in love.
Thank you, Ines. Yeah, so that was the last of the questions that we received on Instagram. Thank you so much, guys, for sending those questions. And we have, ano ba yung question ni Agay kanina? Eto, I think natakal na natin to kanina kasi she was asking, was it difficult to finish a book
Oh,
during
yeah.
the pandemic? I guess
We
na,
talked
na
about
na-answer
that
natin
na,
to
yeah.
kanina.
Yeah.
Talked about the faucet, the water faucet.
Yeah.
And
The
letting
gripo.
it all out. Yes.
Kaway-kaway sa mga ongoing pa yung work in progress.
Hi!
Yes.
So,
It's
isa mo
okay.
yan,
We
daming
can
work
do
in
it.
progress. Nagpatong-patong na yung work in progress. Sobrang tagal na. So, talagang sobrang...
Siguro to add lang na parang, I guess kasi, yun nga, you're always at home. If you're the kind of person that needs yung being stimulated by seeing people, kasi I actually always thought that I could write more during the pandemic or during lockdown kasi I could just go to my room and go to a space here at home and then write. And then I think this year yung first time that I went to UP Town Center in years. And then biglang and I didn't feel any need to go there. I didn't need to I can get food or whatever closer to me, but just the fact that it's a different crowd because it's college, it's people were wearing the clothes they were wearing was different, the people
Yeah.
look different, the
Yeah.
yung and na-realize ko lang na parang I didn't even realize that this was totally gone from my vision in for 2 years na
Yeah.
seeing
Nasanay
what
ka na.
nasanay ako na where I was, yung my community essentially. Because I was seeing people. I mean, there are people, but communities look different.
Yeah.
Ano yun, if you're writing yun, college people, you wanna know what they look like, and they didn't look like what I imagined for some reason. Like weird. It was weird. Just if you're the kind of person who relies on that yung observation, and then kasi the bags that they were carrying, the phones that they were holding, how they talk to people, and then like just sitting at the table with X number, how many people are at the table together? Parang ganon. Like, how many, yung ganon lang, yung dynamic lang na ganon. It was just suddenly so different and so interesting. So yun, so I think maybe when we're writing, we feel parang stuck kasi actually we're so deprived of what used to be so much stimulation and inspiration, because we were seeing the people that we were writing, and then
Yeah.
and then pag tinanggal mo yon, biglang
Yeah.
suddenly it's just your imagination, which is enough
Yes.
for a lot. Oh. Ano to? Wait. I think that's the falling in love question. Ano?
I think,
Yun na yun.
I think this is
Oo.
Yes. I think,
the
yeah.
You've been deprived of
To
human
clarify,
contact.
the
Opo,
writing
tama.
is possibly difficult,
Yeah.
but the falling in love might be
It's
easier.
easier.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. Oh nga. Good point.
Ako naman kasi personally, sumali.
Yes.
Alam mo yung feeling na everything is there was so much uncertainty during the first lockdown. And for you to for you to be able to write something that's happy ending, happy ever after, parang dapat meron kang well of happiness, diba? And if you're not getting that from your outside parang pag marami kang anxiety, parang ang hirap din niyang ilabas. Tapos parang ayoko siyang isulat. Can I get something na lang na yun na lang yung papakita mo sa akin yung happy thing. So I ended up just watching a lot of things that
Oo.
can alleviate my anxiety but not really write anything. So that was what happened to me during the time. So, kaya ako
But
nahirap.
ano lang, share ko lang kasi just on the side of writing your anxiety. Kasi 'di ba parang we were reminiscing about a certain date this week, 'di ba, yung a certain
Yes,
anniversary
yes,
this
Yes.
week.
of
So
course.
parang I actually went back and looked at a blog post that I wrote that was distilled from a Twitter thread that I wrote. Again, 'di ba? Me on Twitter in 2022, but I
With the raised
actually
pilay.
oo, pero I actually sat down. Parang apparently nagkaroon ako ng moment of at least some energy and clarity na I wrote down something, put it on my blog, and then like yesterday I shared it, and then and then somebody it's actually Doc Leslie. She might not have read it before. She missed it at some point, and then she read it for the first time, or she had read it but with some months na gap, nagkaroon ng yung it's just looking back. Looking back was when you're feeling differently, makes you process the
Yeah.
experience differently. And ang galing kasi again, it like me reading Ines's book and then me reading my blog post. It's like I forgot what I was feeling at that moment, but I'm glad I wrote it. Yung that whole anxiety, parang naka-document siya. Because for some
Mm-mm.
reason, I blocked it out. And then, but since I wrote it, I can go back. And then when I'm ready, I can read it with some parang clearness in a way na yun, so nakatulong naman yata siya sa sarili ko, I don't know.
I think so. I
So
think
maybe
writing
yun.
about, yeah,
But
always
maybe
helps.
if writing isn't, or if writing like writing doesn't help yun, maybe like recording yourself yun, di ba, yung podcast, recording audio, or just talking to somebody, or just logging yung if you watch a lot of things, like logging what you watched. And yun, na maybe you can also think, bakit ito yung gusto kong panoorin nung time na yun? Parang gano'n. Like, what were my feelings during this time? Yan, anyway, just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just say, sorry, add
Sure.
lang, me naman, parang it was kind of baliktad. Like, I wanted to write, di ba? So I was thinking, I'm gonna write a world that did not experience the pandemic. I was thinking, write how my books used to be, pre-pandemic stories. But parang something inside was like, but that's not what's happening, and that's not what I know, and that's not what I'm seeing around me. And so what came out was a pandemic story, and that's what happened. Even if I didn't want to write it, so but okay naman, happy naman siya, bittersweet.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the last of the questions. And now,
Show and
dahil
tell na ba? Show and tell.
pa-close na tayo. Yes, pa-close na tayo ng ating launch, the ating
Show and
program.
tell.
Show and tell na tayo. So
Okay, I'm
we'll
ready.
start with Angel. Can
Go,
you show us
Angel.
your
Well, I'm not yet done
your creation?
because medyo complicated. I had to wait for the paint to dry, but so far
Oh,
this is what I
right.
Oh,
have.
it's so
Yeah,
nice.
the wait is over. It's BTS inspired, Permission to Dance inspired.
Ooh,
So
okay.
hopefully it'll look nicer
Cute.
when all the colors are there.
Were you able to put
So
something there
cute.
that's a romance class, like a symbol for romance class?
Yeah, for me it's the sun
Yes.
Oh,
because diba, romance class really brightens our days, and yeah, so I
yes.
like it. Really gives me life in terms of especially writing. I think like if I didn't have this community, I mean, I wouldn't be able to shine, as an author, as a reader, and I think we do
Oh,
that for each other. So yeah, that's romance class for me.
Yay. Thanks, Angel. Yay. Okay, Ines naman.
yay. Okay. Oh, here it is. Can you see it?
Wow!
Oh my God. Tapos ikaw pa yung anxious kanina na parang,
Oo nga.
how cute kaya?
But I really don't. I have no. I believe I have no artistic talent, but it's so therapeutic for me to paint, to draw,
Yeah.
to doodle. So I think halata naman what's the romance class symbol. Where is it? The
Ayan.
heart.
Yes.
She's holding the heart, and all the all the flowers and all the nature around her and the happiness is really parang it really just symbolizes how it feels when you read a romance novel, a kilig story. So,
Yeah.
yan. Yeah.
Cute.
Cute.
Thanks, Ines. Okay.
Thank you.
Mina's turn na. Next.
Ayan. So this is mine.
Oh,
Yes.
pretty.
Wow, nice.
So I
So
bought,
it's a field of flowers.
yes, it's
So nice
tapos
the
may
flowers.
hearts. Ayan, may hearts in the, so I bought a paint by the numbers thing. So this is what
Yes.
it's supposed to look like. Medyo naman, ano?
Oo.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Oo
really,
naman.
Very
so,
nice.
first time ko magganito at Tara's suggestion and it was so fun. Like,
Kaya,
syempre
diba?
makikita natin sa stream na nagpe-paint lang talaga ako. Pero it feels good nga. It feels good. And then naka-label lang yung number, naka-label yung paint. Kasama na yung paints. Tapos, kasama din yung brushes. And it just told me what to do. And then, ayan, it's here.
It's so nice. And it's so sarap, no? It's really sarap to paint. I feel.
Oh,
There's
Yes,
no pressure.
therapeutic.
Yes. There's no
Mamaya we'll
pressure
take a
to like.
screenshot of you and your
Oh,
and
okay.
your artworks. Mamaya.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud.
Mamaya. Okay.
Sige.
Hindi pa tapos yung sa akin.
Together yan. One. Okay,
With our
one,
faces.
two. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yan. Wait, sapa.
Yes.
1. Sapa. 1, 2, 3. Yan. Okay. Thank you, authors. Thank you, Angel, Ines, Mina, for being here this afternoon, and everybody who is watching right now sa live stream. Thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here,
friends.
hanging out with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you. Super fun.
No worries. And sa mga gusto pang manood ng ay mag-attend ng book launch natin next week. It's gonna be at 8 p.m. next week, October 15. Wait lang, asan na ba yung aking...
Yes.
Yan. Okay, so next week, it's gonna be at 8 p.m. Saturday, October 15. We'll be having authors Carla de Guzman, J.E. Tria, and Casey Franca launching their books, Somebody to Love, Love to Meet You, and Take Two. So sana maka-join din kayo dyan next Saturday. Yan. So, yun. Thank you so much, authors, for sharing your stories about your books. And I can't wait
Thank you.
to meet all in 2 weeks.
Yay!
I can't wait to meet you all. You know, hindi ko alam kung sino pa yung mga darating, pero I'm pretty sure marami sa atin na magkikita-kita ulit on the 22nd. So I'm so excited. And yeah, people in the chat, I hope to see you there too. Sana, congratulations, sabi ni Ansela, to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For being able to put out books during this time. And I can't wait to I can't wait to see you all soon. And yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you again next week here on Kilig Cafe. Have a nice weekend, and
Bye.
authors say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Love
Thank
you.
you.
All.